Hello. Well, I hope to get this recording done. I've not had very much success here in the last little while. I got up here at the farmhouse and because I was going to do a video recording today, so I came ready for it. Came up here and it started drizzling, and finally it was just raining, even though I'm under the tree. So I went inside, set it all up by a window, and then I looked out the window and hey, it stopped raining. So here I am. I'm going to try it. Anyway, decided to get the video out. I don't do any editing on it, or probably not. And so it's a little bit simpler. And yeah, so this last weekend, of course, the faith team left the previous week and they've been home. In fact, they gave a report, I believe, this Sunday at their church there in Michigan. And they were just a wonderful, wonderful team for us. And I think I might have told you about the blowout we had on our way to the airport at 4:30 in the morning. That was interesting. I didn't think we were going to make it. But in the end, between the four different guys of us, we figured out where everything was and were able to get it. Yeah, we got to the airport. So, and they were able to make it out, and their flights were good. But it was touch and go there for a little while. But our services with this weekend went very well. We had a Friday fellowship, had a good crowd. And then Saturday morning, I started back up with the men's Saturday morning breakfast and Bible study. And we had a good group of men. And I'm just happy to see those who can, first of all, because some work and have other reasons they can't make it. But there are a good number who really, really like it. They love going verse by verse through the scriptures and participating and commenting. So I'm just delighted the way that's going. This next Saturday, we're changing things and we're going to have one of the regional meetings that we've had. We'll do it up in Renteria, where David's church is. And so last time we had it packed out with men from the 3 different churches, or 4. And so hopefully we'll have I think we'll have a good group, but it'll be a little bit different because it takes way more time since we have to drive there and so forth. And so today was a bit of a different day. We spent the entire morning and part of the afternoon in the hospital in Pamplona. I took Mimi there. She got some blood work done a few weeks ago, and the numbers that were related to her liver were out of the sky, off the chart. And yeah, alarm bells went off. The doctor was calling for more tests and whatnot. Anyway, short story is we went today to the Pamplona hospital, where I go every year for my revision, diabetes, and so forth. And so in the end, they did a bunch of tests, and we just got results a little while ago. She has a virus that just knocked everything off, and so it was it was a bit stressful there for about a week, waiting to be able to go to the hospital, and knowing that they would do a very thorough job, and they did this morning, and were able to give us some answers, and it wasn't anything serious. There were several things on the options that it could have been that were not nice at all, and so we're thankful for that. I'm especially thankful because I always go there and give out the little gospel booklets to whoever we meet, nurses and receptionists and doctors and so forth. And we did that again today. So 3 or 4 we gave out to different people and got their names, and so that was good. But I had wanted Mimi, she's never been there to the hospital, though I've been going for years. Anything she did was more local, but this thing we wanted to really, really get it checked out well and quickly, and so she went with me, and so I wanted to introduce her to mainly the head nurses that have helped me through the years from the beginning, really. And they're very kind, very professional, wonderful ladies. I've given them books and literature, and Mimi always makes them a banana bread every time I go, and which is at least once a year. And so I was able to meet Salome, the main one, and Mimi was able to meet her, and it was great to see them get to know each other, because she's so sweet, and she loves Mimi's banana breads for sure. So they had a nice little chat conversation there. And then, I didn't even I wasn't even going to ask for Dr. Escalada, the head doctor who I meet with all the time. I've never seen him outside his office, and it wasn't even an option. I didn't even think of it, really. And so we're heading out of the hospital. We're down on the bottom floor. This all happens up on the 4th. We're hiding on the bottom floor, and we went down just a strip, and the timing is amazing. Who walks by but Dr. Escalada? I didn't even know. I wasn't entirely sure he would recognize me. I mean, I figured he would, but, out of context, completely out of place. Well, he was on the phone, and as he came, he saw me, recognized me, and he got off the phone call, said he'd call them back. And so I was able to present him to Mimi. And I got to thinking, that little stretch of hallway that we were on and he was on, there was about maybe a 15-second window for us to have seen him. First time I've ever seen him out of his office. And he was dressed in a suit and tie, and he wasn't, I don't know what way was there, but he was walking by, and I was able to introduce him to Mimi, and it was wonderful. And it was like, Lord, thank you. That was incredible timing. So that was exciting for me. I was really happy about that. So then we got back, have those good results, and we're very, very, very thankful, obviously, for that. Today, Danny and Steve are heading south into southern Spain to look at a number of track hose that are within our range and the size we want and all of that. And so those of you who have prayed through these months and have given, we have money to get a decent machine used, but far fewer hours than we would have been before. So we're hoping that they'll find, they've got a number that they're going to look at. The interesting thing is one of the places they're going to is called Jaén, down in southern Spain. If you want to look it up on Google Maps or something is Jaén, Jaen. And I checked on the weather app just a little bit ago, and it was 108 degrees down there. I knew it was hot, that's why I checked, because they're going through a crazy heat spell. But 108, that's the weather they're going. Right now, I am at about 69 or 70. So, anyway, I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad they're making the trip. Okay, I might link or give you the link for another bit of singing that the congregation did. And then on Monday, this coming Monday, we have another mission team from Emmanuel Baptist Church in North Carolina. Jim Ogle is the pastor there. Jim and Lisa are good friends. We meet up with them on every furlough as we drive by there. They live, 1 minute from I-85, and so we always have a meal with them somewhere. And he's been here numbers of times, and so they're bringing a team again of young people. And they're going to be here a little longer than the previous team, so the activities will be stretched out a little bit. Well, there'll be a little bit more time for everything, so that's good. And they will be here on Monday and here until the following Wednesday. And so they'll be doing some continuing work here at Ayerdi. They'll be in church services at our church, several services. They'll be at David's church one evening. There'll be a youth activity here on Saturday that David's going to organize. And so it's going to be, I think, a great time for them. And we're looking forward to it. So they get in, like I said, just past the weekend. And I'm not sure if I'll do a video every day like I did with the intense Michigan team. I might do it every other day or hit and miss. I don't know. We'll see. At any rate, we will do some of that. And that's it. Appreciate you watching and of course praying for us and following the ministry and communicating with us as well. So God bless you. Have a good one. Goodbye.